Hi Gemini, welcome to Mystic Morpho. First, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers for returning, and any of you who have liked, shared, commented on my videos. I want to say thank you. Again, I'm a little bit newer to YouTube, so I really appreciate all the activity on the channel. Also, Gemini, you were one of my top viewing signs for the last love reading, so thank you so much for all the feedback, all of the, all the views. I really appreciate it. Secondly, I want to wish all of you a happy new year. The excitement of 2019, feeling like it's a clean slate. It's always those times where we set those intentions and everything. So, hopefully good things to come for all of us in love. So what I'm going to be doing here is a love reading for the first half of January 2019. So the dates will be January 1st to the 15th. Sometimes these messages, they can carry over into next couple weeks, months. So it may, and then also, please keep in mind, these are general messages, so they may or may not resonate with you. I do like to say though as well, sometimes, we're drawn to different videos, we hear different messages, and, obviously the hope is that it's something for us, but you may pick up something for someone that you know, or someone that might be going through something very similar. So it ultimately gives us information or feedback or things that we can share with those that we do care about. That being said, also, please be sure to check out your moon, rising, and your Venus sign. Venus, especially for love readings. Yeah, I think that's everything I have to say in the beginning. And again, if this does resonate with you, please give me a like. Definitely subscribe to the channel and be sure to hit that bell so you're alerted to when I upload more videos. There'll be a link at the end of this video, so it'll be easy to do so. And then what I'm going to be doing for this reading, I'm using the Art of Life Tarot deck by Charlene Livingstone. I'll pull 4 cards to get the overall message for you guys for the first 2 weeks, and then I will clarify with 1 card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue for a little more clarity. So without further ado, Gemini, let's get started. I should mention I do read these all in the upright. Okay, so normally other decks I do read reversals, but for this specific deck I prefer to read it in the upright. Dear angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for the lovely sign of Gemini in love for the first half of January weeks? January 1st to the 15th, 2019. Dear spirit angels, guides, saints, what messages do you have for the sign of Gemini? The first 2 weeks of January 2019, January 1st to the 15th, 2019, in love. In love. All right, Gemini, you guys are going to have a good start to January 2019. All right, so we have the Star. You have the 7 of Cups. You have the Wheel of Fortune. And you have the 2 of Cups. What I love about this deck is not only does it have famous works of art as the imagery, but it also has different quotes. So I will read those to you now, just for a little bit more information. So for the Star, it says, "If thou follow thy star, thou canst not fail of a glorious heaven." For the 7 of Cups, "Whoso loves believes the impossible." the Wheel of Fortune. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. And for the Two of Cups, I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I am with you. All right, so for the Geminis that I'm reading for, again, please remember these are general. Hopefully they resonate with all of you, because this just looks like a knockout reading for all of you. So the feeling I'm getting from this initially is that, I feel like for you, Gemini, that it's almost like 2018 was a tough year. And I feel like there may have been some breakups. You may have even taken a break from dating, or just, relationships in general. Like you just were like, maybe you just felt like maybe there was a bad breakup that you just really needed time to yourself and reconnect with friends and family and just the hobbies that you enjoy and work and where you're going, where you ultimately see yourself going. And it just feels like you took a good portion of 2018 to kind of find yourself. And, and those times are always hard, right? It's when we, you kind of, I don't want to say you give up on love, but that ultimately the mental feeling or the emotion I get from this is that, and just in general understanding that in order to find true, powerful love, we need to be at the vibration. If we're searching for something, at a certain vibration, we ultimately need to elevate ourselves to that vibration, right? Like attracts like. And if you're wanting to have something good and solid and you're looking for a partner that, is responsible, has a good job, is steady, is solid, loves what they're doing, we have to turn that focus onto ourselves as well, right? Like I feel like, Gemini, you really were going through this in this way that you were trying to figure out, like, you know what, maybe I need to take a break from dating to ultimately, focus on who I am and what makes me happy at the end of the day. Because, we do spend a fair amount of, we are individual souls, right? We're here on this journey, and it's a solitary mission at the end of the day, right? It's your one life. It is your, in this body, in this time, this is what you're dealing with as an individual. And you want to feel powerful. You want to feel good in who you are and what you're accomplishing. And I feel that from the star, the message I'm getting, and the star in general and in tarot, it's a feeling of hope, right? It's a feeling of, I may have gone through the ringer, but I'm maintaining, like, look how beautiful this is. Like the fact that, each night the stars will come out, that the sun will arise each day, that there will be goodness on the horizon. Maybe I was in the dark for a while, but if I just keep holding on to the good things that are going on in my life and the things that ultimately make me happy, that the wheel will turn, that the next thing will come to you, that the positive thing, you will draw it in like a magnet. And, the feeling, and you might be dealing with an Aquarius, you might be dealing with a water sign. I have heavy water energy here. But don't stress on the signs, that said. So I feel like, Gemini, what's happening now is that because you've done all this work on yourself, that you've set those intentions, you've made that wish for yourself, like, who do I want to come in? You're almost bombarded with options. I feel like it's almost like you spent the second half or the final quarter of 2018, you're like, I'm going to go do all these fun things. I'm going to spend time with friends. Like, you've got like great pictures for your dating profile, or, you picked up a hobby that, you really loved as a kid and you're coming back to it now, and you've just raised your vibration. And all of a sudden it's like, it's this windfall, right? It is this windfall of now you start to have all these options. It's like there's so many different people that are showing interest in you. And it's like when it rains, it pours, right? That you're kind of like, you're almost kicking yourself because you're like, where were all of you before this? Like where, I was here, I was in front, and now all of a sudden it's like you turn and someone at work is really interested in you, and you feel this positive connection with someone you just met online, or you have a friend who's like, I know someone that I want to set you. It's almost like you're just attracting all this positive energy to you. And Gemini, I'm just so excited because the thing is, and you're feeling this, it's like, I'm getting goosebumps right now, that it's this realization that spirit was behind all of this, right? Like it was this cycle, this, like, look how beautiful this woman is, that you've come into your own. Divine timing was at work here. It's almost like you weren't ready until you went through all of this, and you're now ready. Like spirit knows that you're ready to find that true love, to find the individual that you're meant to be with, because you're in such a good place, and you're going to hold on to this. It was all these lessons that you had to go through in the past that were challenging, maybe mediocre relationships or things that just didn't work out, and maybe you kept questioning, like, well, maybe it's me, and no, it's not you. It was the timing of everything, and spirit saying, like, you're ready now. Like you've done the grunt work. You've laid the foundation. You feel so much more empowered in yourself that, all right, you're ready. Like I'm going to present you with all these different options because Spirit's honoring what you've done for yourself, what you have ultimately come to in this last year of, developing yourself, developing your skills, and ultimately being happy. Like this image, yes, this woman, she's solo, but she's in pure bliss. Like she's so happy with everything that's going on around her. She's okay. Like, if she wants or he wants to, for all signs here, or all individuals, if you wanted to go take a trip, you're going to go do that. If you want to start a new job, or you're going to go do that. You have all this confidence, and that's what's drawing everything to you. But it took time. It took the energy. It took that understanding and that, those lessons that you had to go through, that spirit helped guide you through all of this, right? And you feel so good about where you're at right now. I mean, again, we're at the start of January, and there's so much possibility out there. It's almost like there's too many options, right? But because of what you've gone through and what you've learned, that you will make a good decision. You will make a good decision. And you know what? I have good news for you, Gemini. You have the Two of Cups. Okay, so that is finding that love. That is finding that reciprocated love in another individual. That something you can grow into. You can grow into the celebration of the Three of Cups, and you can ultimately build to the 10 of Cups of emotional fulfillment with another, and starting and building upon that. Having that wish fulfillment of what you ultimately want and what you're seeking, it's coming, okay? And it's truly because of all the effort and energy that you put into yourself to better yourself, to raise your vibration and feel empowered, because that's where you're drawing in all these options, okay? So the guidance I want to give to you, I mean, this is all super exciting, and I'm so happy for you, Gemini. I can't think of, we're all so deserving of love, and to get a reading like this, just, again, it's like a knockout reading. The one message I want, because with the only thing with the 7 of Cups that I'm drawn to here is that, in the traditional tarot deck, 7 of Cups also shows some, not so good options, right? And so it's almost like you're almost to that finish line of getting to this 2 of Cups. So the things that you've learned about in the past, stay positive about all that confidence and everything you've built up in yourself, and honor that. Honor who you've become, who you've turned into, who you truly are. And with that said, maintain that confidence when you're looking at these different options, okay? Keep an open mind with different people, because this may or may not look like what you think it might. You may have an idea of what you want, and the thing is, time is fluid, right? So, and these aren't guarantees per se. Look, you have a lot of solid messages right here, Gemini, that is ultimately leading to the positive, but time changes, and it's ultimately, we have free will. So when you're coming across all these decisions, one, try not to get overwhelmed by all of the different options that you're being presented with, okay? Come at it from a standpoint of, what is in my highest good? What has Spirit really prepared me for? What have I been working so hard for? What are those things I've been wishing for? And the only thing is, sometimes when we are offered so many different options, you don't want to get cocky, okay? That's one. But also just know that some options are probably better, are in your highest good. Like, there's some options that may be better than others, and come at it from a place of love, okay? That's what this Two of Cups is. You're coming at it from a place of understanding, of positivity, of love. It may not necessarily look exactly as you think it should. Sometimes those options that maybe look, like I said, in the traditional tarot Rider-Waite deck, you have all these different options, and some of them are good. Some of them have like a snake in them, or, like a ghost or whatever. It's like, you don't be fearful of picking the wrong choice, but at the same time, be smart with your decisions. Be smart with who you decide to spend your time with. Does this person, do they make me happy? Do I enjoy their company? Do they treat me well? All the things you've been wanting for and hoping for and working on for yourself, does this person that you're considering, do they ultimately love that about you? Do they appreciate the fact that, like, what you've become and all the positive aspects and qualities that you possess? Do they show that care and appreciation? Because that's ultimately the person. That's this person, okay? That's what you're wanting here. As much as you will ultimately appreciate that same person, they will reciprocate that. So that's the only other little side message I want to say here. But Gemini, I want to be a Gemini. I want to be a Gemini right now. But I'm just really happy for you guys. So, and again, it's this, just leaving it with this, that, the divine timing, it came through because of everything that you've done to maintain hope, to devote your time and effort and energy into improving yourself and finding yourself when things were challenging. Okay, this is your reward. This is what's coming in. Okay, positivity and love, ultimate love, happiness. Okay, so that's coming for you, Gemini. I love it. I'm gonna pull one romance angel card now for you guys, just to close out the reading. Again, if you like this reading, if it resonates with you, please leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'll leave a link at the end of this video to do so. Spirit, angels, guides, saints, what messages? And one card do you have for love for Gemini? For the first half of January 1st to the 15th, 2019. For the sign of Gemini. Okay. You guys have keep an open mind. Okay, so just as I was mentioning here, it says, or the card says, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so just as I was alluding to here with the Seven of Cups, just with all these options that are coming your way, honor the fact, remember who you are, right? Remember who you've become, how much time and effort and energy you put into bettering yourself and improving your situation, feeling good about where you stand with yourself. You deserve a good love that will respect and honor that. That's going to be that Two of Cups. But just keep in mind that it may not look exactly as you imagine it. It may, the things we ultimately want may not look the way we think they may look. So this person might be, they may not be your ideal height. They may not, they may not have the job that you've kind of thought they would have. They may, they may be from a different background that you weren't really kind of considering. So this is also an opportunity for you to keep that open mind, to see what, ultimately let someone show you what kind of care and respect they are going to offer you. You already know that you will reciprocate that. The Two of Cups is here on the table because you are a loving individual and you will share that love with someone. But you ultimately need to find that same love from someone who will give that back to you. Okay, so just keep an open mind with all these options that are going to be coming your way. Okay, feel it in your heart. Feel it, sometimes our minds kind of override things and you're like, okay, well, we start to overanalyze things. Feel it truly in your heart. How does someone treat you? How do they really care? Do they, how do they show affection to you, right? You don't want to be that person that's eventually meeting someone, just, again, keep this open mind. That's how I'm going to finish this reading, okay? All right, Gemini, thank you again so much. If this resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Again, be sure to hit that bell so you're alerted to when I upload more videos. And have a wonderful, happy new year. It's looking really positive, Gemini. So I can't wait to hear about it. So again, leave a comment, and many blessings to all of you. Thank you so much.